and the Uptown Association for holding this event. I'm Craig Lebow, candidate for City Council. My background is I work for a steel fabricator. I'm a project engineer. I have a strong background in business and engineering. Some of the projects that you may recognize out in the world that I've personally been involved in are the glass-clad cylindrical pylons at LAX, also the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach, and the Chinese Garden up at the Huntington Library. Those are all jobs that I personally managed. I have a strong sense of budgets and infrastructure, and I come tonight with a 4-point plan. We need to, number one, bring business to Whittier. We need to bring in both retail and manufacturing, light manufacturing. We need to increase our tax base, both our retail tax base as well as the property tax base. And what I mean by that is when you improve real property, if we bring in manufacturing, we bring in buildings that, or companies that improve property, the city benefits through the increased property tax. My second position is to fix Uptown. Uptown has long been neglected and really is our gem in the city of Whittier. We need to bring business and facilitate investment, and we can do that. We can create an environment where people want to walk and shop and just hang out. My third position is to stop the oil. I think clean energy is the right way to go. Solar energy on our rooftops of our parking garages and other facilities. Thank you.
The city seems to have done an admirable job of recovering from the economic crisis of past years. But with redevelopment agencies disbanded, the economic future looks bleak, at least to a lot of us. If elected, what will be your principal priority, and how do you propose that the city pay for it?
Thank you. When I'm elected, my principal priority will be to bring fresh ideas to council. The first thing I'm going to do, even before I'm sworn into office, is go up and visit Trader Joe's in Monrovia, their corporate headquarters, and convince them to open a Trader Joe's in Uptown. I think that would be a fantastic boon for our Uptown area and the people that live up there. Business, 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 business. We can't have enough. We need to get out in front of these corporations and sell ourselves to bring them in. Whittier is a great place to do business. We're centrally located in Southern California with tax incentives, a great workforce. We can bring a lot to Whittier. I think it's disingenuous for council members to talk about oil as an alternate to supplementing the income of the city. This is still very much up in the air. The money that was used to purchase the property is Prop A funds, designated for recreation and parks. I don't think that's the right way to go. Let's bring clean energy, solar, energy credits, and business to Whittier. Thank you. I have 3 thoughts on that. First off, I think we need to engage the people, engage the young people that are hanging out in Uptown. Create the venue where they can go and have a good time and not get themselves into trouble in Uptown. I think we need to have police on the ground. I think that's very important. Police presence always discourages activity that is not appropriate. I also believe the trees need to come down. We need to enhance the lighting on Greenleaf. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I believe that the parking structure is vital to the Uptown economy. I would, in addition to a facelift, in addition to fixing up the restrooms, and any other, if there's any retrofitting that needs to be done to that structure, I would also include putting solar panels on the top of that, on the top deck of that parking structure to start generating some energy and energy credits for the city. I understand that recently, through our economic development department at the city, 6 people have received their pink slips. I only mention this because in times like this, it's most critical that we have those folks in place to facilitate our business needs, people that want to come in and make investments, or going out and actively recruiting businesses to come in. In order to pay for the parking garage upgrades, again, it's tax revenue based. It's sales tax, it's property tax. We need to be able to bring those businesses in order to do the projects that are so needed. I would also, I envision painting, there's a very large wall as you walk into the parking structure from Greenleaf that's now shrouded in vines, dead vines. I envision taking those vines down and painting a beautiful mural, perhaps of Whittier, how it appeared many years ago with its orange groves and beautiful street scenes. Thank you.
About the Nellis property, what do you believe to be the ideal use for the property, and do you believe the city should help fund the development?
Thank you. I know the Nellis property has been kicked around a lot for many years, anticipating the sale from the state of California. And finally, it has been purchased. I know the city had put away some, or at least gathered up redevelopment funds to the tune of some $40 million in anticipation of developing or helping to develop the Nellis property. Unfortunately, now that the redevelopment funds are going away, we may lose those $40 million and perhaps missed opportunities on other pieces of property that we may have developed here in the city. Specifically with regard to Nellis, I think it's a wonderful opportunity having such a large piece of property here in our city limits. It does have historic buildings on it that should be properly preserved, I believe. But a multi-use development, I think, would be most beneficial for the city. I could envision entertainment and restaurants and some housing of various types, parks, fields. We desperately need ball fields in our city, whether they be soccer fields, baseball fields. I do a lot of coaching through the YMCA, and children are very important to me. I'd like to see better facilities for kids, and I think Nellis could provide that vehicle. But thank you.
Would you recommend or consider a dog park?
Yes, I would. I actually enjoyed running my dog in that area up behind what used to be Lad and Lassie School. Spent a lot of time up there walking up on the hill. I would second what Miss Garcia said. I'd like to see a dog park up in that 2-acre zone, fenced in during the daytime. I think it would be great for our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Specifically, would you do to attract more businesses to Whittier, and what would you do to retain them?
I think we have to get out in front of businesses and sell Whittier. We have a great economic base here in Whittier. I think that is unrecognized by a lot of large businesses. I believe that through tax incentives and partnering with the city, we can attract and keep those businesses. But in addition to bringing in a new business, I think we need to also facilitate the folks that are already here and established. I think it's important that we partner with these people, that we help them. Whittier, people that I've spoken with, a lot of people feel disenfranchised. I also appreciate the chamber and what they do. We just need to keep our eye on the ball and take care of everybody. Thank you.
Vision will plan to strengthen our nonprofit institutions in Whittier.
You know, as I mentioned earlier, I've coached at the YMCA for a little over 7 years now in various sports, and what I found is that by stepping up and volunteering, it really helps our nonprofits. And I think throughout our community, we need to be doing more of that. Yes, it's about funding, and yes, we need people that will step up and provide private donations. But I think as a community, as individuals, we can all do a lot by just volunteering to organizations that strike a chord with us, that are important to us and resonate with us. I think that's the best job that we can do for nonprofits in our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Lebow, what more can be done to prevent glass etching in Uptown and graffiti throughout Whittier?
I think by bringing in the right kinds of businesses into Uptown will bring in more people, give people less of an opportunity to do the etching. I also believe that better lighting is important in Uptown. I believe that the ficus trees on Greenleaf are the wrong type of tree. We need to have a medium-sized tree that flowers in spring, shows spring renewal. I believe that we need more foot patrols on the ground. I think that will help prevent. I also believe that graffiti can be an expression, and perhaps we need a graffiti wall where people can go and express themselves. Thank you. Thank you. I too would like to thank the Chamber for hosting the event tonight. I think it's been very informative for all of us. Craig Lebow, running for City Council, married, 2 young boys, really love Whittier. I think it's a great place. I think Whittier can be even better. With my background in business and engineering, my careful thought process, I feel that I'm the right person that can bring a lot to the city. I truly am against the oil project. It doesn't matter to me what you read, how mitigation is going to be performed. There are still 6 unmitigable issues that need to be addressed in some fashion. Again, oil is not the way to go. I think what's very important is to be an inclusive community. Bring people in, people that have ideas. The best CEOs of companies have the best people surrounding them. They let these folks carry the ball. They let them run. I think that's what we need to do with our city. We need to be forward-thinking. We need to think about solar. We need to think about bridging our young and our old people, or elderly people together, create mentorship programs. We need to have after-school programs for kids, specifically for academics. We need to create a City Lights program where kids can play basketball, young adults can play basketball into the evening and stay off the streets. These are things that are important to me. The community is important to me. Thank you very much. Vote for me, please, on April 10th. Thank you.